Welcome everyone to the T2 STE open source live stream Easter eggs edition with Apple's latest ARM64, ARM64 silicon here and our T2 Linux, of course, supporting all these crazy architectures like ARM and RISC-V and Super H and stuff. Let's probably also didn't Tmux yet, I guess. Let's also package some more stuff, aka Box. I'm not even sure I came across those last year. Somehow I didn't build those yet, package those yet apparently. Let's see, emulator. So I've not tried that out yet. Box. So what those are user space emulation, similar to QEMU, but potentially high performance. Especially they custom translate user space APIs, for example, for GL, so that all the GL stuff is not emulated but passed through to your host environment. Oops, that's also not what I wanted here. So one is for, as you guessed from the name, 32-bit legacy x86, and the other for the newer ARM64. Thus Box86 yeah, let's package both of those. Let's see, I've not tried that, so we could have, I mean, it could just work, but probably it won't. Box64, Box86, of course, for you playing along at home. T2 increasingly becoming successful, so obviously we need to have all those latest and greatest Easter eggs for all those architectures. I think some had PowerPC changes, so chances are eventually we can use this on the P3 as well. Or Apple G5 and G4. Copy, let's copy something, like, why not PowerPC? Actually, does PowerPC actually this? Wow, that is an old thing, didn't even remember that. Box86 desk, that was, what was it? This was some Mac on Linux like PowerPC. Ah, right, this was like Mac on Linux, but like QEMU. Was it even before they were Intel Macs? Are there actually some upgrades? Totally forgot about that stuff. Ah, right. Ah, what? They moved this really in 2015 to GitHub? Seriously? It was not entirely dead yet. Let's see if there are any changes. Oh, 7 years ago. That is recent. Yeah, of course there wasn't much stuff because, yeah, I guess. Anyways, the stuff, of course, it should be all in QEMU, but QEMU at times not as fast. And yeah. So, also, did they sleep now? That comes from M1 Max. Maybe that actually fall asleep. Let's, I think this slept so much too. Secure shelling into that. Welcome everyone. Yeah, Descat syntax highlighting. Did you not see that before? All right, maybe because yeah, we submitted this in Rock Linux Days. This is shipping in Vim upstream proper for probably 2 decades. Actually, we should update that. Maybe usually I used NVI, and this is a fancy new Apple Silicon VM in QEMU. So maybe that is why I potentially have not seen that before. So what did I do? Oh, a professional, I have freaking Vim syntax highlighting, right? Box86, and it's also amazing that increasingly people submit stuff that is really totally amazing. So that increasingly I don't need to have to do that myself. So if you want to help playing along at home, all right, so we need to rename that freaking URLs. That was Box64. Alright, I think I edited the wrong one. Box64 copy 86 64 desk. So that would be Box64 018. That makes it what stable, better we have there. and of course tar gz, and how was it? I think darn, what was the syntax? I hate this modern URLs. What a waste of everyone's time that you need to release this download. We have archive. Yeah. Archive version. Archive. What do I have? I think that's right. Fun stuff. So 018, a little bit metadata. And I have the feeling it will not just build. Let's see how much it will surprise us. Often, oh darn, did I copy that? Yeah, probably Wayland. Every second copy and paste works. Linux user space ARM64. Do we have something more interesting? Probably that. Yeah, also this is also a recurring theme here of win-win. Actually, this is a relatively new T2 install from last month on the Apple Silicon, right? That is testing our own stuff, making sure what we release any day now actually works for the most part. I could reinstall that even for an even more sophisticated test, but I don't want to waste my time with reinstalling even more. Surely something people playing along at home can do sometime soon. Where that is there. I wonder why they have. I wonder how much they share on in this code base here. For me, as an outsider, it would always make sense to have this in one code base. I'm not sure how much they share. I've not looked into that previously. Leave in the comments below if you do any review of this. I'm surprised that this is so separate, but I don't know. Are those the same people? Actually, we'll see in a second from the copyright. Wayland, the future of Linux desktop, where copy and paste works every second time. Actually, yeah, so it looks like it's from the same people, right? We had the copyright. So yeah, I would probably manage that in one code repository, but maybe there is a reason for them not to do that. If you know that reason, leave me in the comments below. So that is Box86 026 tar gz 0. Wait, I think I didn't press the key enough. So archive. Let's see if that works. Oops. Is that all we need there? Hopefully. Let's see what builds. Welcome everyone. Happy to hear that this projects are helpful. Cardiologist says also there's Vex. I think I packaged Vex. At least I thought so. No? No? I saw that, not sure. Then let's maybe package that too. Maybe I started to package. Sometimes I start to package the stuff, then it doesn't build. And then I give up if it's too cumbersome. Yeah, let's see if... oh, wait a second. did I have this? Oh, wrong. Did I really not package that? Apparently not. Yeah, let's see how far we come with this stuff. And that was box 86. And maybe we start already. Actually, it does something by default. It's what our auto magic stuff starts to build. Let's do the vex emulation stuff as well. So I don't have that much time today. If we don't get to compile all of this, of course, it's failed in some way, shape, or cast. What is this? It's just a warning. Let's build the other as well and then look at the build log. So this runs as just FEX, so we probably also package it like that. I'm actually not really sure, did I not? Let's check my own videos. Usually I make a YouTube video about this stuff. No? What is the packaging? Mosh and okay, here's Vex Emu. I would need to watch my own video. So I remembered right. Maybe whatever the case might be, would need to watch my own video. Hey, Box64 actually builds. That was unexpected. You know why? I know why the other didn't build. The other needs, so that is a, right. Maybe the other would also maybe build on ARM 32-bit. I read this actually in the Git readme there. That the other is pure 32-bit. Was it? Yeah, I think this was like only on ARM, 32-bit ARM. And yeah, so it needs a 32-bit subsystem, not really sure why. And maybe this direct translation, probably it's easier, yeah, with pointer sizes and stuff, I guess, to translate 32-bit x86 to 32-bit ARM. And not only does Apple Silicon not support 32-bit, as we probably mentioned a couple of times, in hardware, so no backward compatibility, just like the other day I mentioned, probably just the last or previous live stream, that ARM, 32-bit ARM and 64-bit ARM, ARM64 is actually significantly different from the instructions and architecture, previous videos. So Apple skipped that for high performance reasons, and yeah. Also, that brings me to T2 doesn't even support that theoretically. For all the other architectures, we support multi-arch, and somehow that I'm not. Yeah, we should actually make it to do. We somehow that didn't just build something. Yeah, you see the to-do grows faster than we can freaking work on it. But Box. Oh darn, the Mac fall asleep. What a fun. Hello. Yeah, but that just works. That is amazing. Maybe we commit this already. Maybe it needs some other packaging flags, like release mode for performance and whatnot. Oh, this was the other one, Box 64. I could, does it make sense? I could get out a pure 32-bit board from my archive, like the Beagle board or so, or in Raspberry Pi. But let's see, yeah, maybe we just commit this and continue with other fun stuff. So if you install T2, you can then use that. Var cache, and I read somewhere they merged some PowerPC bits, at least I thought so. For using that on PowerPC 2, let's check that in a second. So it was surprisingly simple. Did we add actually what is the license? some, here's actually a name. I can actually use the proper name then. Could also add my name there, but whatever. We could actually see if that cross compiles just for the additional testing. That is MIT, is the other, probably is the same, right? Box. Yeah, MIT. And I guess we mark both odd stable. If this is odd stable, the other is probably also going to be odd stable, most likely. And MIT reset. And if you ever find metadata out of Zing, right, just send a patch. And welcome everyone. Happy Easter and peace and all the stuff. Building instructions also mention long arch RISC 5 alongside PowerPC LE. That is amazing. We can't mark PowerPC LE currently. I'm not sure if we ever want that. Because that is not a real architecture. We only have PowerPC. So I wonder if, actually, yeah, actually that is a thing, right? If that is not emulating NGINX, which certainly is super tricky, right? We can't use it on the P3 then, unless we totally hack. Actually, I will test that soon. Like and subscribe. I have enough P3s, obviously, in the meantime. I wanted to see if the cell stuff supports little endian mode, and with this on-the-fly Linux kernel system call, even to switch NGINX, which probably next to nobody ever used. That will be fun stuff to test. Probably that. I mean, you could probably theoretically hack some stuff up here. Would be super complex, but that's what we're here for. So Box64, I guess that should be, so yeah, the other thing will simply not build with march, whatever, 32-bit. That was Box86. That for sure has error. No, actually, that is a slightly different error. That is unexpected, but maybe that is a result of 32-bit stuff or so. We probably just ignore it for now. Maybe we simply copy the cache from the other package, which probably will have similar dependencies, and to have some actually it doesn't use much. Interesting. Box64 doesn't really matter much here. It's just some, because an in-system image thing doesn't have a accurate time reference. I probably should implement that someday. Let's quickly commit that. Alright, should we actually, you know what, theoretically, let's add here proper architecture marks. So you're saying Box64, so long arch we don't have, but you're saying that is, which are we here? So that is just ARM, and maybe that is just ARM, unless if you want to look this up, that would be amazing. And oops, I mean, theoretically we could add their marks just to document that that don't exist in T2. We don't sanity check that. So we could say here ARM 64, PowerPC 64, RISC 5, 64, and you're saying long arch, right? Yeah, Box64. I got that. I got that. Let's see. PowerPC, PPC. No. Wait, we have here box integrates dynamic recompiler, speed boost between. Needs to be 64-bit libraries and most. So understands that Box will only run 64 Linux binaries. For switchable, you need Box86. Support for building on interpreter only, so okay, RISC-V. Here, long. I wonder if all of them should. Does it make sense to add that? Maybe we don't add this. You know what? Screw it. If anyone ever has this stuff, then send me a patch. I guess I wonder if they support x86 and x86 for testing, but whatever. If you ever want to build and test this stuff, then send me metadata updates as you see fit. So, nothing like some extra spaces. Oops. Do we have the other file in there too? Why do I have so much extra space? So then let's try this fax2 there. Not sure why we didn't add that the last time. But apparently we didn't. I forgot what the difference even was, to be honest. Maybe I started packaging that. Alright, we opened this already, and then I forgot to commit this or something. Alright, these were differences, they had different emulation quirks, and I remember there. So what do they support? I wonder if that build was more quirky. ARM stuff. Let's build it and see what happens. So they say Arch. What else do they say? x86. Probably for testing. I'm a little bit wondering that, but SVN update, right? Whatever, we had done that previously. Maybe I should watch my own videos. So but it's crazy what all those legacy games and all the dominance of Wintel cartel leads nowadays here to all this extensive emulation, whoever that is. Oh, I love that. Using the doorbell and then nobody's there. So Vex. Download here. Oh darn. Oh wait, did I? I really wonder what happened with the other live stream. Maybe we just run out of time. Probably have to rewatch that myself. So, fast user mode. Max allows some of a deja vu. Whatever happened with the... Maybe it completely didn't build. We will see in a minute. Maybe in the future I should just commit always half working or not working stuff to avoid redoing that. Nothing like packaging stuff a second time. Do they have a website? Actually, they have a website. Maybe I should have checked the other things too. Copy and paste. So, cross that stuff license, MIT. Let's see what happens. Let's see if it needs exotic stuff installed. Welcome everyone, could be nice. Unfinished packages will be marked. Not sure if that is necessary. What doesn't support getting compiled with GCC? Are you freaking kidding me? Darn. Shit. Maybe that was the reason. Not sure what we did last time. Do they want Clang or what? I mean, theoretically we have an error thing in the cache file, but I'm not sure how. I mean, even stuff that previously built can break due to regressions. So it wants gmalloc. Vixel. So there are two errors and then GCC. Do we have the wrong download? Do they have that in there? I'm really not the greatest. Actually, wow, there are quite some. So did they not release their things with externals or building wiki here? So git cmake ninja, quite some stuff. Gentoo dependencies. Configure. Git clone. Yeah, recursive submodules, no kidding. Okay, they want really Clang for some crazy reason. handler execution directly from the environment. Okay, so it should probably just build like that. Oh wait, did we? We didn't do object dir. Okay, this doesn't look too bad. Except that two 937. What? Probably the wrong directory. Yeah. This probably will. It's also crazy that we need to probably check that out ourselves. It's subdirectory. Oh, wait a second. What did we even run? Why does it? What? Subdirectory source. Ah, wait. Was it even the same? Ah, it's the same. So fast it didn't. Okay. Ah, darn. What? Ah, they want that. Okay, so far so good. Let's better market object here. Let's export the stuff for now. Maybe we can patch that away if it works nonetheless. And I wonder if we download it like that, it's probably not gonna be different. This is also, if that really is the same file without those externals, then it's really set. I mean, this must be directly tagged, so that download looks to be pretty useless. If wouldn't surprise me. Did we? Oh, we didn't. Probably get exactly the same file. Let's see. We didn't check some that yet. Otherwise, we would see the. Oh no, is it? Wait a second. Oh no, it's actually a different file. Interesting. Dash says, I imagine x86 emulation becomes really popular with yeah, Apple. I mean, yeah, the thing is, this is Linux only, right? As I would still need to port it to macOS. I mean, we could later, if we have too much time, share, like, and subscribe, Patreon, and all this good stuff. We could, because I personally prefer, if we configure to use GCC or like one system compiler, then it should build. Sometimes there is a reason if they use really exotic stuff, but we could try to patch it away. Let's install, what would the name be of libsdl2? Yeah, apparently So that builds some stuff. This is running in virtualization on the Apple Silicon just out of convenience. I probably should update my... I have a bare metal install. I probably should update that and make a proper video. Actually, probably it's time, 2022. I said it's time for proper AAA videos. Should probably put money where my mouth is and do that. But for today, this is in QEMU in my T2 build. Of course, using T2 to build homebrew on macOS, obviously, and just for the convenience and ease of use and stuff. So, yeah, testing our own stuff, right? Exactly what I said. Testing is most testing. We need, yeah, we need to polish it even more. I'm totally thrilled that we have so many new users through the whole spectrum of vintage Unix gear, PS3, and just latest and greatest AMD and Intel workstation and laptop gear and stuff. And obviously Apple Silicon. And yeah, next, over the year, gradually week for week and stuff, we need to fine tune our dependencies. Everything else is in hopefully pretty amazing shape now. All right, did I multi-lib? Maybe I tackle multi-lib some other night or so at home from the coach. Oh, wait a second. Yeah, so for example, this dependency clearly is garbage. This obviously doesn't need macro. So this is kind of stuff. If you notice that so this is automatically generated, maybe something try to use macros or it's old stuff of previously stuff. Sometimes build scripts, make files, do stupid stuff like using git version and other such stuff. This is how this dependencies sometimes become so strange. We need to manually curate that and put their automated filtering measures in place to avoid this in the future. That is, I'm aware that it's basically there are probably two things that are not yet amazing to do. That is, one thing is this automatically generated dependency stuff that is partially out of date also, and then KDE and GNOME stuff, maybe not all dependencies or general dependencies and more dependencies for people to easily use KDE and GNOME and stuff, which if you're not using Sway or stuff like that. Anyway, so let's see what happens then with Rex after we have libstdl2. Wouldn't surprise if the next thing... Git, yeah, it freaking wants Git. Are you freaking kidding me? Speaking of running Mercurial and then it wants freaking Git. Let's see if that builds. Oh, tickle. Yeah, that is the crazy stuff. So this is not a fluke, right? This is actually, Git actually really uses ASCII doc for dependencies, and I mean this is relatively fast, right? It's only using the performance cores as you see. It's an M1 Max, and probably I should have built with -v for verbose. Maybe we should, you know what? Let's see if we just build Git without depths and see how, because I'm not feeling like emerging all this unused stuff today. -ask wasn't ASCII doc deprecated or something. It could be. Maybe they changed it, no idea. But we don't update the cache file each time. I actually have code, like one code line of data, updating the cache file for a successful build. The only problem was that I've only run this one day, and then I noticed that too many random dependencies got in there, and I disabled this one code line of auto-updating the cache file. So it could always be, but this is what I meant with we need to further harden and update and error-proof. What do we have there now? The dependencies unknown, git command, semail command. What is now the found git? What is the freaking error? I don't remember what was the last time. Maybe we once gave up on this stuff. What is unknown CMake command catch discover tests? Does it mean it needs a new CMake? Yeah, diagnostics. Oh, wait a second. There is more catch. Oh, wait. There is even more. Good that we... no, it... you look at that. That is still... okay. Yeah, recurring theme, modern build systems, not amazing stuff. So this actually did download wrong. So these downloads are totally these downloads are totally useless. I'm really not a fan of this stuff. I really wonder what is wrong with this model. I mean, 20 years ago, decades ago, this would not have happened, right? People release stuff in a working... Also, in general, I'm not a fan of internalizing dependencies. Git checkout. So let's check out that differently. This is really silly, in my opinion. Creating root of source online. Building probably here. Git checkout. Yeah, so we need that. How was it? We have support for additional arguments, which I just don't remember what the syntax was. I use it so seldomly. So that means we need to throw that away and git plus h, I think like that. Probably that. And then maybe like something like that, but I need to double check that. Git plus https. And then, actually there's not that much. Here. No, this is our shit. I thought I used that once. I remember once I thought I added support. Did I fantasize that, as I sometimes do? Options, here's options. Command line, what do we have? Or maybe other stuff. Here's options. Git checkout options. Wait a second. Here's no. Okay, we added recursive. Okay, we hard-coded recursive because what does it want? Recursive submodules. Is recursive enough or? Let's okay, at least we added something. Then let's see if that is enough. But yeah, recurring theme of modern software distribution, totally amazing stuff. Let's see what that checks out. The most important questions. Every live stream, someone keyboard currently using Sun Type 6. Not the super most amazing thing with a ADB, not ADB, Sun serial to USB adapter. I used that to use this extra block here. It's not the most amazing keyboard, it's freaking crappy membrane stuff. I have actually better keyboards. I only used it for OBS to have here this 10 Sun only stop, repeat properties, redo, undo, foreground, background and stuff as OBS theme stuff. The only I was running that for 2 years live here on this Linux channel until I switched to Wayland, and now we wait a second, 244 freaking megabyte. No, thank you very much. Until I switched to Wayland, and now my freaking hotkeys don't work anymore. So now I use this, but somehow I still stuck with this keyboard, although I don't. Yeah, but anyway. 1.1 freaking gigabyte. Are you freaking kidding me? DNA missing operand. Vex. 1.5 gigabyte. Nah. That didn't work the most amazing well. But yeah, thanks for asking. Hope you found that useful. What are the tags they use? Maybe. Wait a second, that is the wrong one. Maybe they use Vex22 apparently, or yeah, Vex2203. Wrong there. I personally would not pre-text this with Vex, but whatever. I would also release it so that people can use it, but that are really old-fashioned quality measures. Let's see what happens if we do that again. Oops, nothing like downloading a gigabyte again. What else did I miss? Oops, what happened? Did I not? No, someone didn't delete this. Yeah, actually, I have a video of this converter. I also have a video of an amazing, sort of amazing Cherry. I know, but super nice 60% keyboard. But yeah, you must be new to this channel. Happy you like it, and don't forget to share and subscribe. Let's see. I actually have here some keyboard USB converter that is here. Oops, of course, copy and paste. Only every second time with Wayland. And then we have here Toyota 2 or something of is it Yoda? Where's the director's cut? That is the director's cut, and you want to watch that. And is it the right copy? Something of, yeah. And basically you probably maybe all keyboard stuff of, yeah, also here, right? But this were low quality 3 years ago, like trying to use Rossminster random garbage live streams, so they are not as amazing as later AAA videos, is it? I think this copy is alright, yeah, stuff like that. So let's see, what did we download there? Still not a Git repository. Why is it DNA missing operand? Why is this so not a Git repository? Or any parent directory is Git? What the heck is going on here? Oops. No. Okay, it does. This recursive is enough for those submodules. Why does this not work with the whatever we broke there? Yeah, 500 Mbit Vodafone's failing DOCSIS stuff. Bare minimum you need for Git checkouts. It is crazy in my opinion, this modern like Git for everything, and then good luck if you don't have first world internet and are mobile road warrior sailing or camping or stuff, then 1.5 gigs here and there, which is also why we tried to put stuff on our mirrors. Ah darn, this is maybe it doesn't do that because the directory name is need to check. So git checkout, I think it is right, vex 2203. You are in detached head state, looking around, make experimental, switch new branch name. Is now at update for release. I would hope that updated the git externals, but you never know. So that worked. Why does it not work with our git? Oh, we have this here. So module URL git clone, recursive, git options. Why is here module git URL module git clone recursive URL module. If not options, okay, it wants module name. Module is URL until the last slash. Oh, actually, wait a second. Maybe this is just misleading. Maybe it actually would have worked. And welcome everyone. Let's do that again. So what do we have here? Module. Okay, module. Okay, why is module nothing? Maybe I should do this without a trailing slash. Command line. Vex. Maybe that is the issue. Command Option CD. Okay, that is probably the issue. Let's see if that works better. Maybe I should do some. Okay, now it has module vex. Was it correct? I guess it was correct, right? I think this, so cd vex git checkout vex 2203. Maybe the last time maybe I should watch my video. Anyway, yeah. Thankfully we have a little bit working. Freaking Vodafone's failing. Docs this shit, because otherwise this gigabyte checkout would really be nah. Anyway, let's hope it does something after we did all the checkouts. Hello, still checking out. Yeah, T2, increasingly getting T2 if you're new to this stuff, or amazing, mostly vanilla. And increasingly everything packaged Linux distribution had to know that. That looks probably good. Switching to Vex 2203, that looks all fine. Yeah, probably then we can have fun with this stuff sometime soon. Leave in the comments below what you want to see tested. Quake, Doom, Commander Keen, or just Monkey Islands. Hello. Yeah, gigabyte stuff, even on an M1 Max takes a while to package or so. Let's see what happens now. But yeah, that's this download. This is my recurrent criticism of stuff not perfect, right? I mean, people put so much efforts into writing totally amazing and snappy binary translator stuff, and then they provide a download that you can't. I mean, what's the point of this incomplete download? Okay, enable, so now it wants an ASM down. So this is unit tests, right? I think they said it's optional, so let's see where. They have setting up now. Where was building here? If you're building tests, so we want build test false probably. Anything else? Maybe we actually copy. I mean, LTO probably should be wired. I wonder if we need this stuff. Also, they want Ninja. Not sure if we should use Ninja. I hope the non-Ninja build works. Maybe not. And this is a complexity, right? Where does it stop? Oh, wait a second. We had that already. What? Why do I have... Wait a second. What? Oh, wait a second. Wait, do I have this here? What do I have here? Why do I have that here? What? That is fun. Why do I have here something and not on... Why do I do that a second time? What? Don't tell me. You know what? Don't Don't tell me this is somehow using our old subversion. Oh, it's somehow shit. Okay, looks like I mean, my work was not for nothing. How did this? Do I have here some? What a coincidence! That is unfortunate. How did it get to? That is somehow strange. Probably I should have disabled the old subversion server. Okay, let's finish. Let's not finish, it's relative. I basically need to copy these two box things over to the actual real subversion server. Not too much of a deal. But this just means I actually had packaged that as I remember, just that. Not sure, was it even working the last time? Maybe. I basically just wasted 15 minutes for not much. So this download, maybe, I mean, surprisingly I had here some stuff like the last time. Yeah, so much too. I mean, this is a 1 in a million that I'm not sure why. How would it cache that? This is really strange. I need to check this later. Should we paste the other ones? Or maybe not. Not really that much time was wasted because the old download probably anyway wasn't complete enough to build, so yeah. What else do you have there? Should be really put instructions tighten the code base rather than... it's starting to build something, 19%. A lot of packaging start with decoupling build process. Okay, that didn't build everything. Let's see what failed now. Gold, LVM gold, cannot open shared object file. Okay, this is some LTO stuff, so probably that is some automagic. Alright, this is adding LTO. Actually, we had that already, so yeah, that makes somewhat sense. Need to wire some LTO, LDO, some LVM LTO some other day. Still perplexed how do I have this on my host that it is serving that from... No, I also don't have... How would it do that? Oh, it is... Yeah, I get here. Why do I get the wrong subversion server? Why does it... that is bizarre. Fun stuff. Fails. Okay, this is okay. Maybe we need to disable LTO also with their build system, as we at least here have that not set up right now. Actually, oops. It's really depressive. So not only that this stuff doesn't download in a useful form, but also that, oh darn, wrong, too many terminals, that what did I want to say? LTO stuff. Oh no, you don't even remember what I exactly wanted to say. Some plugin there. Epoxy failed something. Do we have epoxy installed? Probably have so. It probably just doesn't honor the install prefix. We have this in X11. Probably so. Alright, it was capital. Welcome everyone who tuned in later. Let's what would we usually Lydia of that somewhere of insert something like that stuff. Let's test that. Oops, let's test that. Here we are running with make. Alright, objective. Okay, that is thread wrapping along. Let's add it permanently here too. Still didn't build because fatal error. Is this still epoxy? Is it the same or did I search wrong? GR, what is the issue there? Are still epoxy GR? What? Also best was typo. Did we not add that? Or maybe, you know what? Maybe this doesn't. Oh shit. Because, darn, this doesn't... The issue is that we force Clang, and Clang is then not GCC wrapped. Oh wow, what the shit. Wait a second, but why does it... Wait a second, but it uses here... wait, why? How does it get... -L, wait a second. This is the wrong... I know it does use C. No, I'm confused. Okay, somehow magically we wrap Clang already. Didn't even expect that. Let's see if that fixes something. I'm not sure if we need the other than though. Hey, with build, yay. Then let's test that, and then we have a new package, and then I only need to copy that to the right subversion server. Welcome everyone, what's your favorite operating system? Do you have a favorite operating system? Well, except my own, right, T2 Linux, but as per the previous videos, I am, although I'm like 20 plus years Linux veteran, I'm like basically quarter century, that is right. Okay, now it's linking. Okay, now okay, we actually need that. This is why I want a microkernel, right? It's not a secret. I'm not neither impressed with Linux anymore. I probably was impressed by Linux 20 years ago. I'm not anymore. After 20 years, I would have. What is now? So did we exhausted our memory? Maybe. Oh wait, what? What do I even do here? I'm rather depressed by the state of regressions and constantly broken and failing stuff. Live here on this channel, right? And I also want the quality of a monolithic kernel written in C with a single address space doesn't also impress me anymore in 2022. So in my opinion, we need a much better software infrastructure. All the C-based stuff is failing too much. Bugs and peak bugs and regression too much. All the user space and tools and stuff shouldn't be written in C. Like basically nothing serious should be written in C. And we should have address space separated drivers for stability and security, which all in all, yes, there are microkernels and other stuff, but I know we have this package. Yeah, that's basically the summary. Previous videos, right? I recently, it is said that after 20 years we have not reached a more modular, stable and secure state of open source computing. That is really sad, and although I tried to at least invest my significant part of the last 25 years to package the most readable, curated compiling recipes, see how to compile all this stuff. And I'm also not impressed with stuff like this everything but the kitchen sink system D approach and other modern stuff. So yeah, you probably get the idea. Despite running a Linux distribution and using that, but I think so. Basically, software for me, the state of software and all the, and I'm not even saying macOS and Windows are better. Obviously, in my opinion, after 20 years of this development, we should have much better systems. For me, with all the KDE, GNOME and now Wayland, computing has changed very little in the last 25 years, even on macOS, let alone Windows, and we should have made much more progress. I mean, maybe Apple made some progress, but not even the most amazing. Not even the greatest Apple user anymore. Wouldn't even say, I wouldn't even say the state of iPad is the most amazing, of calling it a computer they can basically do next to nothing productive. I would say there is some innovation, but not the most even at Apple I would call, and maybe it also needs more people to be as critical and point out that there is not that much innovation. So sure, there is some colorful bling bling, but at the end of the day, in my opinion, even stuff like the iPad, sure, it's a like Star Trek looking thing, but only a pretty bling bling thing where you can't do much productive stuff. And it's extremely user limiting, right? If you, for everything you need, it's extremely non-versatile. For every tiny little small thing you need to install a freaking app, and that app can only do one thing and one thing only, or kind of sort of one thing only. It's really depressive. But on the open source stuff, whether you run OpenBSD, NetBSD, FreeBSD, DragonflyBSD, other BSDs, or one of the 1972 Linux distributions, very little has changed from 20 years ago, and we still have, with all the C-based stuff, even like better FS tools or even systemd or UDEV, failing and crashing and security vulnerabilities and stuff. It's crazy. You might have heard that again, recurring theme here. You ask, you get an answer. You probably want to share, like, subscribe for more of this critical thinking. Maybe I should rename my YouTube channel to Critical Thinking or something of that sort. Anyway, now I need to. Now we have this stuff compiling. I can't share it yet because somehow this is getting the wrong IP of my old Subversion server. Need to sort the stuff in a moment, and probably I should actually make the old server read-only, at least, not that I continue committing them more stuff. Anyway, that's it for this video. Probably long enough. Yeah, probably over 1 hour. I hope you learned something, some Easter eggs there for you playing along at home with ARM and stuff. I commit this in the next hours, sometime soon. Maybe now, maybe later. Hope you learned something. Don't forget to share and subscribe, and if you wanna use all this fun stuff that is there. And peaceful days and stuff. Glory to Ukraine, and hope to see you next time.